Alright, here we are in the finals of our triple time spiral rough drafts. Would you like to play first? Yeah, why not? Alright, we have a looter, and we are going to lean on it heavily. Terramorphic expands, go. Unfortunately, if we want to play looter, we're going to have to get a... alright. We're going to have to get a island here, but I think that that's okay. Island, calciform pools, looter Elcor. Hopefully they can't kill it, and it will get us more lands. Alright, that's fine. 2-2 flanker. We get an island. Well, let's get in with looter Elcor. We get to loot. Ooh. Let's pitch... Jeez. I guess this Deep Walker. Play an island. Play a Spike-tail Drakeling. Pass the turn. Now our goal is to find red mana, essentially. Like last game, if we just get up to 6 mana and find a red source and can Firemaw Kavu, it goes a long way towards winning the game. Flowstone Channeler. Discard a card, target creature gets -1/-1 and gains haste until end of turn. I think we actually have to counter that, because it kills our looter, and we really need our looter. Alright, Swamp isn't bad. We get to loot. Ooh, Sudden Death isn't bad either. What are we discarding here? Man, it feels bad, but I think we gotta discard Fathom Seer, play the Swamp, and play our Senger Autocrat. Get some Surf tokens. So another black source or a red source would be really solid. Alright, we're just going to take advantage of the chump blocking of these Surf tokens before they die to something. Outrider Encore. Ooh, Strangling Soot's solid. That's very good. Well, let's get in with our looter. Hopefully draw a land, especially a red source. Another looter? Alright, let's pitch the Lightning Axe. Let's play another looter. Pass the turn. We really got to hit lands. We're trying to get to this Firemaw Kavu. So that comes off suspend, gets to hit us for a bunch. Actually, if they can kill our Senger Autocrat. If we can chump with our Surf tokens, we're kind of alright. Goes to attacks. Alright, we are definitely chumping and chumping. Get hit for 2. Another Magus of the Scroll. And a Morph. Well, let's put a storage counter. There's a Swamp. Swamp is good. So now we gotta find a mountain. So let's attack with both looters. Draw an island, which will discard. Draw an island, which will discard. Play the Swamp. Kind of a tough spot without red mana. I guess we just pass the turn and see what happens. Leave up all of our removal spells. They might be able to kill something with Magus of the Scroll. Goes attacking, so we are going to Strangling Soot that thing. Take 4. Hope we draw red mana. Is it Magus time? Ooh, Griffin Guide. Aye. That's nasty. Well, let's put a counter on here. Careful consideration. Alright, we got to do some attacking. Looter, looter. See if we can draw a mountain. The mountain, should say. Ooh, Cloudskate is solid. Cloudskate's very good. I think we got to pitch careful consideration, unfortunately. Fledgling Mawcore is also good. Man. Alright. Now we no longer care about red mana. So, cast Cloudskate. Bounce that thing. Gets rid of the Griffin Guide. Also means our opponent has to recast that, which makes it harder for them to use Magus. We might be getting there. This is going to be close. We still can't effectively block their flanking creatures. What is this? 5 mana. Ooh, Conflagrate takes down both of our looters. Okay. Attacks with Outrider. Alright. Down to 10. So let's play an island. Play this face down. Get in with our Riftwing. Actually, let's attack with both. Get in with both. Pass the turn. Leave up our sudden death. Hope that our opponent doesn't kill our Morph with Magus. Because if we can flip it around, we get to kill the Magus, which would be really good. But we also can't really afford to sudden death the Magus, because we're going to have to hit a more powerful creature with that. We don't really want to waste a sudden death on something we can ping down with this Fledgling Mawcore. Opponent goes to attacks. Alright, we take 2, down to 8. Benelish Calvary. How do we win this game? Alright. This does leave open the possibility of Magus killing something. Alright, Riftwing. Alright, Magus isn't killing anything, so that's good. Ooh, Eternity Snare is also decent. So let's flip up our Fledgling Mawcore. Kill the Magus. Pass the turn. Land for our opponent. Goes to attacks. Attacks with both flankers. Attacks with everything. Well, we're going to block there. Take 4. Opponent's last card is... Ooh, Tectonic Fiend? Jeez, that thing is big. Well, let's... Sudden Death. We draw a Molten Slag Heap. So, the problem is... Alright, let's play Molten Slag Heap. Add a counter to Molten Slag Heap. Remove a counter to add red. Remove both counters. Strangling Soot the Knight. Pass the turn. We're going to have to chump block, but then we can Eternity Snare the Tectonic Fiend. I wish I had kept the careful consideration now. So we got to chump this thing. We also get to ping our opponent for 1. Down to 8. We Eternity Snare. Draw a card, keep that tapped down. Ooh, Ephemeron is decent. Really depends on what our opponent draws. Them fizzling would be beneficial. Oh, Lord. Then give it Pro Blue. Oh, now we're really in trouble. Oh, wow. I can't believe they drew that. Tromp, and we're dead. We can't even block it because it has pro blue. Jeez, I can't believe Pentarch Ward was their draw. Oh, it's not even a good card. Alright, we'll run it back. Alright, we get to play first. And, alright. Gonna have to spend our Terramorphic Expanse to get an island again, which is not ideal. But we need our Looter Elcor. Mountain for our opponent. Alright, Terramorphic Expanse, Island, Swamp, Looter Elcor. Hopefully it lives. Riftbolt, exiled. Can we get a blue source? Get to loot. Ooh, Eternity Snare is so expensive. Yeah, pitch Eternity Snare, play the forest, pass the turn. Oh, we're going to lose our looter, which is pretty bad. Because our mana costs are pretty wacky. We really need one more island for careful consideration, and then we're kind of able to do a lot. Morph. Strangling Sithmorph. It was a Fortune Thief. There's an island. Alright, let's actually Spiketail Drakeling first, so we can counter something if we have to. Barb Shocker. When it deals damage to a player, that player discards all the cards in their hand and draws that many cards. Yeah, let's just counter that. Alright, well, since we keep drawing land, let's play the Lemures. There's a Plains for our opponent. Benelish Calvary. Alright, let's careful consideration. Draw 3, discard 2. Draw 4, discard 2. We drew all lands. So pitch an island. And I'll pitch both islands. Attack. Calciform Pools, pass the turn. Luckily we have Fire Malkavu for next turn, which is pretty sweet. Pentarch Ward. What color are they going to choose? Chooses black. And Goblin Skycutter. Let's put a counter on here. Play a mountain. Fire Malkavu. Kill this flanking thing with protection from black. Keep attacking. And pass the turn. Magus of the Scroll. And Griffin Guide. Alright, pumps it up. I think we paid it Echo to keep it alive. Autocrat. Well, let's attack with Fire Malkavu. See what our opponent does. Blocks there. That's fine. It dies. We get to kill the Magus. They get a 2-2 with flying. We will play a swamp, pass the turn. We still have Strangling Soot in our graveyard, which can kill this Griffin if we need to. Token is not as good as the Surf. Ooh, it's going to attack? Alright. Well, let's put a storage counter. Another land. Alright, let's attack with our Lemures. Autocrat. Make some sweet, sweet surfs. Pass the turn. Chrono Savant. 5/5. Pretty big. Alright, put a storage counter. Ooh. We can't quite just win. Alright, let's attack with both of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's Strangling Soot the Griffin. See what our opponent does. Gonna block there. Then we can Sudden Death. Kill the Chrono Savant. Pass the turn. We got our opponent on the ropes. Do they have a way to get back? Alright, they go with Tectonic Fiend, which is fine until we draw one of our bounce spells or something. Alright, we gotta pass the turn. Our opponent's going to spend their turn keeping the 7/7 alive. The problem they have is it attacks each turn if able, so we actually just block with a Surf and then swing back for lethal, so it's not a very good blocker. So, Surf's coming through, and a Dark Withering even. So we got this in all kinds of ways, and that should do it. Alright! Oh, going to game 3! Oh, so close! Alright, run it back for game 3. Ugh. Well, we get to suspend Ephemeron. Our opponent's going to 6. Oh, this could be the one. We could be winning. Mountain and Magus. Island go. Mountain. And the first strike 4/1 suspended. Swamp and Ephemeron suspended. Counting down. They get theirs before we get ours. They get in for 1 with Magus. Alright. Looter. Island, go. We got lots of lands. Alright, Looter down. We're going to need to draw another removal spell or two. Down to 17. Ooh, there's a 4th land. Finish Cavalry. Come on, let's draw something. Ooh, well, that helps. This should help us cycle through some of these lands. What do we discard? I guess just Swamp Island and pass the turn. We are kind of getting beaten down, though. And this thing is going to be able to start killing things. This is coming down. Ooh, alright. We get hit 4/4. Down to 14. One more turn for Ephemeron. Well, I think our best bet is land, Senger Autocrat. Hope that it stays alive and we can do some chumping with our Surfs. That's the whole goal here. They get the 4/1. If they can shoot it down with Magus. Oh, they have Rift Bolt. Ooh, alright, that's pretty bad. Well, we take a beating. The only saving grace is we get our Errant Ephemeron, which helps. Ooh, and a Strangling Soot. Well, let's Mountain, Spike-tailed Drakeling, pass the turn. Strangling Soot might be enough. Opponent gets another land. Goes to attacks. Well, let's Strangling Soot this thing. Block. What do you got, opponent? Are they going to spin the Magus wheel to try to kill Errant Ephemeron? The good news is, even if they kill it... Alright, they conflagrate to kill it. So I think we just Strangling Soot. Get rid of the Magus. Swamp. And get in for 2. We might have stabilized. Totem. Alright. Opponent's down to 1 card. Well, let's stupor our opponent. Get rid of their last card, Chrono Savant. Cast a face down card. Pass the turn. The interesting question is whether we need to double block here. If our opponent attacks, we might. If we can wait a turn, we get to flip this up, but if we go to 3, we can die to a Rift Bolt. So I think we got a double block, unfortunately. Double block, kill it. Play our Deep Walker. Play a Forest, pass the turn. We do have our Eternity Snare left. A Morph. Alright, let's put a storage counter on Calciform Pools. Come on, let's draw something. Molten Slag Heap. Pass the turn. Oh, our opponent's going to get back Chrono Savant. And then they have to skip their next turn, right? Yep. So let's put a storage counter. That's actually fine because they skip their next turn. We just untap and Eternity Snare. Draw a card. Looter. Well, Looter... 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's just Looter. Pass the turn. Their morph could be that worship thing. That's the one morph that I remember seeing from their deck. Fortune Thief, something like that. Knight of the Holy Nimbus. Flanking. If it would be destroyed, regenerate it. Alright. Ooh, Lightning Axe is solid. Well, let's loot. Get in for 1. Discard the island. Play this face down. Pass the turn. Opponent passes. Alright, let's flip this up. Terramorphic. Alright, do some attacking. Get to loot. Discard Terramorphic. Play Spiketail Drakeling. Pass the turn. Oh, we're really close. Opponent's going to attack. Let's block here. pay 2, so it can't regenerate. And then tap this. Remove a storage counter. To pump that. Opponent does have Conflagrate in the graveyard, so it's worth keeping that in mind. That does potentially represent some damage. I wonder if they have to flash it back to kill our looter. Alright, there it is. Discard Maw-Core, kill our looter with Conflagrate. So Conflagrate's gone. Alright, let's get in with our Drake. Pass the turn. Opponent goes to attacks. Alright. Let's Lightning Axe that thing. It was the Fortune Thief. Put a counter on our Slag Heap. Come on, big draw. Ooh, that's not bad. Get in with our Drakeling. Play Lemures. Oh, if we can draw our Tromp, we just win. Opponent passes. Storage counter. Storage counter. Cloud Skate. Alright. Attack with both. Put our opponent to 1. And let's pass the turn. Goblin Skycutter. Alright, can kill a creature with flying. 2 damage to a creature with flying, it loses flying. So let's Molten Slag Heap. Calciform Pools. Oh, we drew Tromp anyway. Well, let's cast Cloudskate. Bounce the Skycutter. They kill our flyer. Okay. We attack with our Lemures, and do we win? We got there! Whoo! Alright. Triple time Spiral Rough Drafts. We got there. 4-color Looter Elcor something. Sweet?